Hello everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm gonna just get on my stream so I can see who's here, and then we can crack on. Yes. Well, I'm trying out also to see who's here. Like Strike, thank you, Oddball Guy. Thanks, David. And oh, here we go. Right. Let's see who's here. 5 watching now. Hello. So I'm trying out when this finally decides to load onto my screen. I'm trying out a new hi Wal, hi Marcus, hi Andrew, hi Stephen. I'm trying out a new camera angle, so hopefully you can't see my reflection now, which is better because of the dark screen. A lot of the times the reflection is visible. So hi Paul. Okay, so let me just see. Let's skip this thing here. Okay. Oh look, you can't. It's worked. It's worked. You can't see my head. That's great. So that's much better. And well, I can if I go straight forward like that. That's better. So that was the Yamaha MODX. Now right, here we go. What we're going to do? We've got an Ortony here, and that Ortony is playing this SynthMaster player at the moment, and then in this channel here, this USB 3 is just this MODX piano. So I can't speak much tonight because my chest is imploded. I'm just suffering. So right, I think what I'm going to do is set up this Touchscaper. Like, I'm going to set this up for certain things. So at the moment we have it doing, but it's got a new feature now, and this is what I really wanted to show you. So one of the new features in this Touchscaper is the fact that now you can decide how long the actual chord is going to repeat for. So at the moment we have these 4 chords: C, D minor, E minor, F. Well, what we can do also is, just to make things fun, we can go A minor. Let's go A minor, natural minor there, like this, and it will automatically populate this whole composer area with all the chords that are in that scale that are represented there. So we can go in now, and we can either choose to change a chord. So we could change this C for a minor, like that. Let's change it back to a C. Change. And also we can like remove chords. So if we didn't want that G, we could just remove it. Or we could add the chord and it'll add a C, and then we could choose G and we could go change. And then the push is the way the chord will play. It does the human touch. Good angle. We're not due for a 4 pockets. Yes, we were due for a 4 pockets this week. But we will be doing that Sunday. I've been on the phone to Paul today for, how long was it, Paul? Seriously, was the phone call? We were just, because it had a couple of updates, we wanted to make sure we got all the bits and pieces right. But we were on the phone a long time. Oh, it was over an hour. So yeah, well, and we decided we were doing that Sunday because I don't think Paul can make it. I suggested tonight, but then I thought, well, and Paul did as well. Thought I'd better play with it for a few days, and don't expect a massive full tutorial because I want to show you how I'd use it, because that's how I would use it. But we will cover most things. I mean, we went through a lot of stuff today as well, which was interesting. So anyway. We have the arrangement now. So this is the thing. So we can arrange how long our sequence is going to play for. So we can have chords play for ages and ages. But for now, we'll just set them all to play twice, and we'll have all these chords running, okay? Like that. So we can close that. And as soon as I press play, we shall get this going. But let me just, for now, all right, I've turned that off. So I'm going to press play. And of course, you're not going to hear anything until we go back to Touchscaper. But you can see now that it's ticking round while it's playing like this. Look, see? So all we need to do now is hold a chord. And then this little button here, while we're holding the chord, we just need to touch that with this one here, with the little finger icon. Okay, so that's just going to carry on playing that until we stop it or we change it. So we can go back to AUM now, and I can start to bring up this SynthMaster player. Now I'll tell you what I've got this set. Hang on a sec. Oh God, right. I have this set on A. The root is A. It's not doing a chord, it's just doing a sequence. The sequence length is 16, and it's on a harmonic minor scale. Okay, so it's A harmonic minor. Clock is set to 1/4. Reliability is always going to play. It's always going to play the full quantity, and the gate length is at 40%. So let's listen to this. How cool is that? So now I think it might be nice to add some rhythm. It doesn't do MIDI out, Rustic. Oh, Rustic! Oh, shit. Paul's here, so I'm going to send you his email, okay, mate? But he doesn't do test flight. But he's quite happy to talk to you via email, mate. So there you go. I'll send you his email tomorrow. Right, okay. Right, so I'm gonna add need some sort of rhythm. Give Paul my email. Okay, mate. Let's choose some sort of drum machine. I want one that'll auto generate, so and I'm going to use a Rosetta rhythm to play that, not an XOX. And then all we need to do is send RuseMaker to rhythm, and then generate. Copy, paste, generate. Hi, Joe. And now I shall close the microphone and play some piano over the top. Yes, yes. There you go. Yes, yes. Well, I think Lydia will be. Well, you never know. Next Thursday, maybe you don't know with Lydia. But yeah, maybe she will. Um, she's all right. You know, she's nice to look at while we're doing the stream. So she'll kill me now. Look. So that was it. That was it, really. I haven't felt, like I said, I've been feeling a bit crappy, so I just wanted to do something nice and simple and straightforward. So, I'll do DJ's posts, and they don't, Rusty. They get slapped with copyright as well. I just don't care. It doesn't mean your video will be taken down. It's just that all the money from that video will then go to the artist or the company that owns the copyright to the what's it. Yeah. Unless they've paid for the use of the track, you know. Which in which case they then have to prove that to YouTube's machines or whatever. Anyway, hope we all have a Halloween party. Hope we will have a Halloween party. Well, I am doing what I'm doing for Halloween. Well, I'm not doing it on Halloween because Halloween is music night with me and Colin. It's next Thursday, so we're doing. I can't remember what it is now. Sallycaster 3 or Sallycaster 25. Could you explain the routing again? Yes, yeah, no problem. I can. Just give me a second. I'll go through it again for you. Isma, no problem. Right. So the routing for this, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the Halloween thing. But you know Daniel, my mate Daniel from Les Productions Zvon. You know, there's a link to all his sample packs and stuff, and that very good as well. The memory collection. Well, we're going to do something. I'm just going to do something. I'm going to use Cubasis. I'll play you some of it actually. What I've got so far, but I'm going to redo a new one. Actually, I will. I'll play you the thing because this is going to get boring otherwise. I'll play you the thing that I'd been working on for the last few weeks, but instead of doing that, I'm going to create a whole new spooky soundscape just using, just using Daniel's samples, just honing his samples. Amazing stuff, man. I tell you, I kid you not, fabulous. You'll love it. And we're going to do that maybe on Monday or Tuesday or maybe Wednesday, which is the day before. Right. Okay. So here we go. Here's the routing for Isma. No problem. We'll start from we'll start from this side. So this Ortony here, when you open it up as a MIDI, shall I show you from scratch? Yeah, let's save this. Be easy, wouldn't it? Okay. So just save that. Yes. Because I've changed some of it now, haven't I? So we'll just do a skippy clear and we'll do a new one. So first thing we want to do is if we want, hi Slim, we want to have certain instruments controlled via MIDI. So when we open this, we get a choice, audio, MIDI input. Let's choose MIDI, and then we can slide this up and down and add another MIDI port. So we'll add 2. And this keeps all your MIDI in sensible order. You can add other MIDI channels, but it just makes so much sense space-wise. And then in this first MIDI port, we're going to put an app called Ortony. You can either find it in Audio Unit MIDI processors or in the other one. It might be in here, so we shall scroll down until we find it. It is not. So we will go to Audio Unit Extension. And we'll go all the way down till we find Ortony, or we can just type it in, Ortony at the top. Okay. Somewhere down here. I think it's near the bottom, actually, but there you go. Was that it there? Yeah. Oops. That's the blinking mouse thing. Right. Ortony. So we're going to use Ortony because Ortony will play MIDI notes if you send a synth to it. So in this second one, we'll do what I did. We'll put an Audio Unit extension, and this time I'm going to put the Rosetta rhythm again, which is another instrument that will play another instrument. So we'll put that in Rosetta rhythm. And then in this first audio channel here, we'll put an audio channel, open this, We've got audio unit extension, and I used SynthMaster 1, but you can use any synth. I'll use SynthMaster 1 again. SynthMaster 1 there. Oh, what have I done? I've just ignored it. Look, I can't see. This is the blinking problem. SynthMaster 1. Okay, and that loads SynthMaster 1 in there. And then all we need to do is, the easiest thing to do now is to try and find a sound that you want. So you can either go into the synth and choose the little keyboard here. But this, I know this is an arpeggiator. We don't want that. Or you want to turn the arpeggio off if you want that sound. But best if you go to something like, I don't know, keys or a sound or plucks or pads. I choose crumble keys. Actually, that's quite nice, but I don't think. Retro pluck. That'll do. So you've got like this pluck sound now in here. We can turn the volume down a little bit because it's a little bit loud. And all you need to do to route that is, I'll use my mouse pointer for that, is click on this little toaster, open it up, and you want to use as a MIDI source, you want to send the SynthMaster 1 to Autony there. Or you could send it wherever you like. Now you'll see also that it's routed to the keyboard, which is this. If we unroute that there, go unroute, because we don't need it routed to the keyboard as well, we get nothing. So we're only going to have Autony play this. So when I press play now, Autony is now playing SynthMaster 1 at a clock rate of 1/4, but we can change that. Just for fun, we leave it on 1/16. And we have a gate length, which we can kind of help pull down the decay. And then we can choose our root notes. So I had it on A. And then we can choose the scale. There are lots of scales. I don't harmonic minor. You can use the chord feature. If you're playing more than one note, it'll trigger. Anyway, and then you can change the actual sequence length. You could have it up to, well, 64, and it'll continually change. And then you can have reliability, and not all the time they will change, and it'll be unreliable the way it works because it's called an unreliable sequence generator Autony. But so when we've done that, we want to use, we can stop that now. But we're using Touchscaper. Well, Touchscaper isn't an AUV3, so Touchscaper can hide that keyboard as well. So we'll go to audio, and this time we want to be looking at inter-app audio, and we want to find Touchscaper. Well, I'll just do a search for that, touch, and there it is. Just found it straight away, Touchscaper. And you'll see that it's come up at the top as link enabled. The little thing came at the top. Well, we can open this, and if you go into settings, I'll move that out of the way. If you go into settings here, we go into like advanced. You can go like, here's link, and you can see that I've switched all the link stuff on. So Ableton link is engaged, sync stop start is engaged. So that's all you need to make sure that your link is engaged. And this is really only to get Touchscaper to play along with AUM's transport. So we can go back to ordinary settings, and then here we can change the colors and stuff like that. And God, that's quite nice, isn't it? That green. But you can do all this stuff. You can change the theme around a little bit, and it's nice. It's very nice. VV. It's VV. Right, so I'm going to leave it on there. That's wild, that is. Right, okay, so then this is where you want to set up your 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 session basically. Don't worry about effects and stuff like that, but you want to be going in here choosing the scenes. The scenes are like the scales and stuff. There's the sound. So I had A minor chords and A minor harmonic, but you could choose B minor or B. Just make sure that if you've got any other instruments been triggered via MIDI, like in Alternate, that you change the actual. Let's do this. Let's go C major chords here, and we can change Alternate to suit. Then you'll see what I mean. But as soon you can see them change here. So C major chords, and this will give you all the chords in C major, which that ain't dissimilar from A minor, to be fair. And then we've got different instruments or sounds, if you like. So we could go Mega PWM, which is nice. So we'll use that. So you can choose your sound there anyway. And then we can get rid of that. And now to change the actual settings there, which I'm not going to do, but you can just go along and, you know, you can set these to play for 2 bars. We could set that E minor to play for 4, this E minor for 2. We'll leave that F on 1. We'll have this one play for 4. And that last A minor there, we can have go on for 8. I don't know actually how far you can go. 16. So you can have a maximum of 16. So you could have really quite a long track come along there. And then to add and remove anything, you can say that you can, like I said before, you could just say, oh, I don't want that F, I'll remove it. Or I do want that F and I'll put it back in there, or like, and I'll go add, and I've added another one there, but I could change that one for that F there, and I'll go back to this and put this as the G now or something like that. G, change the F to G, and then, you know, put that A minor back down to 2, and then put this G up to 8. So you can mix and match your kind of thing, and you could go on and on. You know, you can just keep adding chords. It's cool. Okay, so you've set your chords up and stuff like that, and we know that it's Ableton linked. We can go. What we need to do now is to make this play, you need to touch the screen and hit the hold, so it's playing. And to make the movement, you just make it do this. And to make this play, you engage this. And that's switched on alternate as well. If we wanted to, we could change our root note now back down to C major. It is now. This is on a C major scale, and I set thingy. No, it doesn't. Be good if it did, wouldn't it? I think Rob might consider it at some point. Okay, and like to stop it, you stop that, but because we've got the hold engaged on here, that'll just continue to play till we stop it like that. And I'm going to change the color back to red for fun. Yeah, now we'll set up the drums now. So we're going to route some drums to the Rosetta rhythm, which is going to play it. So I'm going to do this. This time I'll use a different drum machine. I shall go to audio units extensions, and we'll go and find a Rosetta XOX, which is a more familiar looking drum machine as well. And with this, I'm going to go like that, open the little toaster so I can route that to that. Sorry, not XOX. I've done this wrong. So I'm going to use a Rusemaker FM this time, just for fun. And I'm going to get rid of this one, this Rosetta rhythm. And I'm going to choose an XOX, which is a different drum machine. Okay, so have I gone too far? Have I gone too far? There we go. I'm going to choose XOX because XOX is dead. Obviously a drum machine, you know. And we shall route this Roosemaker FM to XOX like that from the little toaster icon. Excuse me, I'm going to press play and it'll play this now. And then we can open XOX. And then if I want to generate a pattern, I can hit generate. I'll go to pattern 2 where there's nothing and I'll just start adding stuff. No idea why big closed hi-hat isn't playing. And then I can, to get the piano, which was just an audio, it's just a Yamaha MODX hardware synth. Just go hardware input because I'm using the Steinberg UR44, and there it is, going into inputs 3 and 4. We can change the sound. Right, so, and then you can play along with that if you like, I suppose. If we set off thingy again, I'll. So that's that. That's how you set. I closed that by mistake. When that's that. That's how you set up your. That's how you actually just do your basic setup and stuff like that. But then you can go on and get really complicated. But you know, it's just a bit mad if you go too far, especially in a live stream. Although I have done a few mental ones. Okay, so. We'll finish that now. I'll play that thing. I'll play that thing. So because this is a spooky thing, and it lasts for ages and ages, guys. Because it just for fun. So, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna actually do this. If I go to my media bay now, oh excuse me. You see, it says spooky soundscape. Oh, these are all stuff from the new album. Look. But if I go to audio, my audio files here, these are the files I'm going to use in the proper one. So these are, and more, I'm going to use some music and effect ones as well. So these are all from Daniel's Les Productions Zvon, you'll see it. There's a link in. If you open up the description box, normally, not now, but I'll do it tomorrow. But of any other video, and go down to the bottom, you see a link to his site. But we'll be doing this kind of thing.
Today, medical science patches up mutilated bodies, transplanting human skin, eyes, limbs, even vital organs. Is the next step the transplantation of the human brain? Many scientists answer yes, but they pause and add a grim warning. For in the ancient folk legends, tales are told of blood-sucking vampires, crawling out of graves to live on the bodies of helpless victims. Is man now doomed to produce a race of ever-living monstrosities, worse than the vampires of legend? Will ruthless men and women of great wealth and power greedily buy or steal the living bodies of the young and beautiful, so their brains may live on forever? Such questions may seem fanciful, but at this very moment, scientists are working on the answer to brain transplantation, and human bodies are used.
It's fab, innit? Hey. But that's what we'll be doing. We'll be using that. Like, that'll be kind of the first part. And then all these other vocal bits we'll put in. But we're also going to put in other stuff like special effects and things. I feel like a Sally Caster 14 coming on, God. Hey, do you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. I think I got it because we're going to do. I think it's Sunday. We said, isn't it, Paul? For what's it called? Thingy. You know, audio recorder thing. But anyway, so that's that kind of thing we're going to do. So I think. Let me just quickly have a look. I was playing around today with this. I think that's wider. I save all my sessions, you know. Look, I end up adding them all to the Patreon thing. That was massive. That was monstrous, right? Let's see. Let's what's going on. What's this one? Bum bum buddy. Okay, so I get this, Paul, occasionally, right? When I open a session first, if I do this again now, right, and I go reload files and open that session again, it's done it again. See, I'm getting this lots. I don't know why. It shouldn't, because let me just open it standalone again. Right. And then go to AUM. This one. There you go. It's worked then. That's weird. Never had that. Well, I have. Hang on. Oh God. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. It's just that right. So I did this today. After I'd spoke to Paul, I was messing around with this, but this is pretty cool. So I recorded this thing. I'm not going to bother with host sync, but if I hit host sync now, I can turn it on with this. So we'll be going through all of this stuff as well on Sunday. I'll stop it with my AUM transport. Yeah, so I'll be going through here all this stuff on Sunday. But yeah, it sounds all right, didn't it? Yeah, so that's yeah, cool beans. And I renamed them, look, and everything. But yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's weird. Occasionally it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just won't load first hit. And then I'll go and I'll load it again and it'll load, or I'll load another one next to it and it'll load fine, you know. But who knows? I don't know. So while I'm here, it's a pretty wild piano sound, isn't it? What's this? Right, so if I arm track 4 now, host sync is on, so that's fine, that's what I want. And then I want to, because my project is already set up, so that's fine. And then I'm going to arm the red record light there, so that little red record light is flashing. I think I don't need to do any routing anywhere, do I? I think that'll just, hang on a sec. Yeah, you see here, this is where you can monitor your input, look. Right, now I just need to do one more thing to make sure this works okay. And that's all right, that's all done. It's all right, I'm just using my same session, and so hopefully I can, well, let's have a practice run first, shall we? Let's not record. It's this arm record and just have a, so I don't know what I'm going to play. Stop it with that. I need to stop with this because I'm on host sync, you see. Right, so I'll quickly record that. Well, or something like it anyway. Excuse me, guys. And it's only as a test. Only as a test. And I shall actually. Do I need the metronome? Yes, I want the metronome because I want to hear what's about to come in, don't I? So I can start in the right place. Let's give this a whirl, see what happens. Paul's sitting at home now, absolutely gone panic mad, look. And there it is. And it would have been, I shall show you again, you see this. So this has obviously worked perfectly. So now we have that little piece of, I'll see you on Sunday, Paul. Top job. Excellent stuff. Right, so there we go. I shall just save my session. Actually, I will save my song because that is super important as well. Save song. And then save, boink, that session. Boink, done, and that's done. Ready to carry on. But we'll do a new one on Sunday. But it's very, very cool. I love it, look, because now I've got all them 4 tracks going. using only 5%, and I can then we can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. So that's a nice sound, isn't it? Right, guys, I am definitely going to go. Thank you for joining me this evening for a look at Touchscaper and various other things. It ends up being quite nice, doesn't it? And having a look at the thing we're going to start with thingy. Right, okay, sorry about that, guys. Right, thank you very much for joining me this evening, and I hopefully will see you. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't. If I feel like this, I'm not going to stream tomorrow or do anything. I need to really take a break. Sunday, we're going to do what's it called, isn't it? Oh, thanks, Stephen. I don't know how useful it was, but it was okay. Sunday is multi-track recorder, 4 pockets, and then sometime Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday we'll do that spooky soundscape thing where we'll build that track from scratch, sort of thing. Hi, Rick. Hi, what? Oh, thanks. Well, I don't know. Well, I might feel all right tomorrow. If I feel all right, I'll stream. But I'm running out of ideas. No, I'm not really. I'm kidding. I just wanted to do something easy tonight. And I'll try to think now. Oh, yeah, next Thursday is Doug and Colin, because that's Halloween, isn't it? Was doing what's it album. Anyway, I'll see you guys, very soon, as soon as possible. And I'm glad my screen angle is good, and now don't get the reflection so much as well. Top job, epic. Right, that's great. Okay, because it can be annoying for people if you see my head bobbing interview like that every now and then, you know what I mean? Like that. For leaning right forward now. Especially with the darker background stuff like AUM or whatever. Right, or if we do like layer synth, which is like almost black. All right then, guys. Thank you for joining me this evening. I shall see you later.